guys, it's Lauren and I'm back with another DIY project for you. So it is now mowing season in Ohio, which means that my husband and I got to go around and collect sticks from our yard the other day so that we can mow without having sticks all in the path. So I have a nice collection of sticks in my yard. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to do something with these sticks, and I might kind of try to imitate one of those driftwood sunburst wall decor things and see what it looks like with just regular sticks. So first step is I'm going to try to apply a coat of paint and let it sit overnight, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to do a fun shade of yellow for this. So first step is the spray paint. I already laid down my painter's card and now I just need to spray the stick. Okay, so I finished spraying my sticks and I just did kind of like a gentle top coat over them. I'm okay leaving some of the natural wood color, but I'm gonna let these dry overnight since we're not supposed to have rain tonight, and then check in the morning and start to see what it looks like as I start to assemble. While my paint is drying on my sticks, I'm gonna go ahead and make a support to have behind the sticks to glue the sticks on in a circle, and then later to hang it on the wall. So what I'm going to use for that are these, what do you call these? Embroidery hoops. So I have some wooden ones. I had them for another project, and I'm going to use a 6-inch one and then a 14-inch one. And then I'm going to find a way to combine these two together so that I have 2 points to glue each stick on around the circle. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this smaller hoop within the larger one, and then take a ruler just as a straight edge, and I'm going to start at 1 o'clock and draw a little circle on the small hoop and a little circle on the big hoop where my ruler is. I'm going to do that at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. So I'm doing 5 points around the circle. Once I have those little circles drawn on the hoops, I'm then going to take a small drill bit. I'm using a 1/8 inch drill bit here, and because this wood is so soft, it's so easy to cut through or drill through, so it only takes a second. Just be careful. There you go. So I'm going to drill those holes around both hoops where my little dots are. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take bamboo skewers. I was trying to think of something, you know, that I don't really care much about that I can use to connect these hoops, and this is what I found around my house. So what I'm going to do is I'm just sticking the skewer through the outer hoop where I drilled the hole, and then through the hole on the smaller hoop. Alright, so at this point I'm going to apply some glue around all of these joints just to make it a little bit more secure. Now you could definitely just use like a plastic plate or something else, or maybe just a piece of wood. I kind of like that this is a circle though, because it'll guide how I build my circle later with the sticks. At this point, I have my sticks brought in from outside, and now I kind of had to make a hard decision. I had to decide how big I wanted the sunburst to be, and I decided that 30 inches wide and tall would be good. It would be enough to make a statement. So what I'm going to need to do is trim up these sticks to 15 inches or less, because what I want is the radius of my circle, so each stick will meet in the middle and then fan out around this base. So what I'm doing as I kind of trim up these sticks, I'm putting any thicker pieces off on one side and then thinner pieces on another side, and any little short pieces I'm saving off to the side. Alright, so I'm done now kind of breaking up my sticks and organizing them. So I have the wider pieces down here that are a little bit longer, and then some narrower pieces down here, some shorter pieces, and some kind of odds and end pieces. But as you can see, I tried to straighten them out as much as possible. So for some sticks like this one, it might make sense just to break it right where the joint is and then have smaller pieces. But at this point, what I'm gonna do, since I have this all broken down now, is I'm gonna start with the largest pieces and kind of space them out around my backdrop for the project. So now I have the larger, thicker sticks all positioned around the embroidery hoops, and I just position them to kind of spread out the longest pieces as much as possible on opposite ends and kind of work my way around. But you can see it start to take shape. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these large pieces down. I'm going to use a hot glue gun just so that it dries quickly and things don't move around too much, and I can keep working. So my big pieces are glued on. You can see everything staying in place. So I'm just going to start going in with some thinner pieces and kind of finding little places where they naturally kind of wedge in and start gluing them as I go. Here's the progress so far. So at this point I've been only using hot glue. I think what I'll do to make this more secure, since I have the bigger pieces on now, is I'm going to turn it upside down, and I might go back here now around the edges of this embroidery hoop where they meet the sticks and just add a stronger glue to keep things in place better over time. So I'm thinking something maybe like liquid nails that comes in a big can, that way it won't run out quickly. And I'm going to look for one that dries clear. That's the key though, you want it to dry clear. Here's the progress on my Sunburst. I think I'm just about done. So I've gone in and kind of filled in any little gaps with thinner twigs where needed. And I think at this point what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fill in with some of the shorter sticks right in the middle, and then I think it'll be just about done. I might paint another coat of spray paint on the top of this just to get a little bit more yellow, but overall I think it turned out pretty good. Here's the back of the finished Sunburst, and I think I'll just hang it directly on the wall like this since this embroidery hoop sticks out far enough. And I'll show you what it looks like on the wall. So here's the finished Sunburst hanging on the wall. I like the fun texture it brings and the bright sunny yellow color that kind of complements the natural sticks. You could add more paint if you prefer. And what I did at the end was I just added any really small little pieces of the sticks that I had broken off previously and added them to the center of the circle just to cover up the ends of sticks that were exposed. I did use hot glue to glue most of these sticks together, but a wood glue would work really well if you have the patience to let it dry and don't need to move around the sticks too much. Overall though, not bad for being a project that was basically free to make.